And for now, we are going to go over to a loser's bracket round 2 matchup. We're going to see a team that hasn't been streamed at all as of yet. We're going to go to Norway versus Belgium. See if I've been added on this one. I have indeed. So we're going to take a moment here to get everything reset, as these guys are just getting underway on Nomad 6. I believe this is the first pick of the match. It is. So they are just getting started here. Norway against Belgium. Two pretty solid rosters, neither of which can, I don't think, compete for the entire thing. But some teams that are looking to put, you know, maybe a top 8, top 6 score on their resume in this tournament. So I'm going to mute for just a second while I do some quick typing, get everything updated, and we'll be watching this match as it is underway on its first pick. Okay. So Norway versus Belgium, as we said, as you can see on the screen here. Norway winning their own first pick on Nomad 6. Belgium gonna have the first pick of their own on DT number 2, Darkish. We have 3 matches now ongoing at the same time. We have Norway versus Belgium, France versus Canada, United Kingdom versus the Ukraine. For reference, we did have a double hidden ban coming out from Belgium, Hidden 1 and Hidden 2, Entelekia and Boozehound. Meanwhile, Norway banning out Nomad 2 and DT number 1, so kind of the expected bans for these teams. Got Norway, the team that's very good at gimmicky stuff and not as great at speed. Belgium banning out the more difficult hidden, and Norway banning out some stream and speed stuff. Is the early lead for Belgium on this pick already. The AC extremely suffering for Norway. Melver at 93%, Marcus at 90%, GN at 94%. No Yokespie in for this map. Says all you need, I think, for this pick. Belgium running with Mornis, Metabi, Sven, and Kaizo. I'm going to take a 100,000 point lead already, just a third of the way into this pick. Melver with another break here for Norway. Penguinsy and GN going to do what they can, keeping their combo alive, but Belgium with 3 FCs and a massive accuracy lead. This is kind of what happens, I think, when you put together a roster like this, that everybody knows there's something that can be abused against them. You're gonna expect Belgium to pick a couple DTs and Norway to probably, you know, go the other route and probably pick the kind of gimmickier type of stuff, as you can see from their first pick of Nomad 6. There's a break from Kaizo in the second Ki. Norway actually has some pretty decent combo. Gian and Penguinsy doing all right for themselves. Marcus recovering well. Mortis with a break from Belgium, so it is Metabi and Sven. They're going to do what they can, but Norway actually has the combo lead now. Sven breaking as well as Melver. That's a bit of a trade. Trade that Norway will take all day, however. Penguinsy and GN. Penguinsy with 98% accuracy, looking to be the carry here for Norway, especially after that break from Sven. It's 300, almost 300,000 point lead, but that's going to come down, and there is plenty of time left. The biggest question mark is really just going to be the AC from GN and Marcus. Is it enough to just mash your way through this with very poor accuracy? That's going to be the question. Marcus with a break. Metabi still holding on, as well as Kaizo and Mornis with some decent combo backing him up. Penguinsy and GN, though, with the double FC. Nope, not anymore. GN with a late break, and I think that's going to settle it. That should be Belgium taking this pick. All right, so both teams victorious on their first pick of the match. A little closer than I think Belgium would have liked. Not even 200K on a pick like that against Norway. A lot of that to credit to Penguinsy for the very solid accuracy FC. 8.2% AC for him. Doing pretty all right. So, now I get the chance. We'll briefly introduce these teams. Norway, captained by Yokespie, joined by GN, Gilmat, iTechnoHD, Marcus, Melver, Penguinsy, and Rappel. They defeated Italy 6-2 in the round 32, dropped to Poland last week 6-2. There. Belgium, for their part, somewhere in the bracket. Literally can't find them. Okay. Belgium lost in the first round. They had the misfortune of running into South Korea, losing 6-1, so they've played already one match in losers bracket. That was against Uruguay, who they beat 6-4, setting up this losers bracket round 2 matchup. Belgium made up of members 5: Yoshi, Sven, Hanori, Kaizo, Metabi, Mornis, Spookeasy, and Steen. And these two, you know, mentioned it before, kind of similar teams in this tournament, where neither of them is a roster that anybody really expects. You know, they're not going to contend for like top 4, top 5. But, you know, looking to get into maybe that top 8 type of slot is going to be a respectable result for these teams in this tournament, because they don't really have the roundedness of some of those top rosters, teams like the Hong Kongs, Poland, China, United States, South Korea, you know, kind of the teams remaining in the winners bracket, the big examples. But they've got players who are very good at their skill sets. They've got a couple of the very strong 4-digit tournament players. They've got Yokespie, GN, Hanori, 5 Yoshi. You know, you've got some guys who are very, very good at some different things. They do, you know, kind of lean more into the specialist type of picks, do Norway especially. Obviously very well known historically as always having been that kind of reading and gimmick country. Yokespie and GN, obviously the examples of those types of players. Really, really well known for just incredible ability to combo the most strange of maps. we'll see how well that ability serves them here in this matchup. We'll look around the other matches. UK looking to close things out already. It looks like they are now up 5-1. Since we last updated, they have won Booze Hound with an FC from Luminescental. God, Luminescental is ridiculously good at low air, hitting 99.32% AC FC. Just 500s and 150 from him on that map. Really, really strong stuff. And then also winning on Proud Dust. Wait, didn't they already play Proud Dust? Is my MP glitched? I swear they already played Proud Dust. A different match already played Proud Dust. I don't know. It's a 1-3-4-5 to advantage. UK looking to close things out on Tokyo's Starlight. Meanwhile, France versus Canada have just gotten underway. The first pick was Fastest Crash. France winning that one, backed by an FC from Vroom CV Vitae. Maybe a one slider break for Vroom CV Vitae near the end, beginning. And they are now playing Darkish. So we will try to keep you guys updated on those matches as they go. But back here, we've got Melver, Yokespy, GN, and Marcus. Overmod for Norway, double hidden on Yokespy and GN. No real surprise there. Marcus with Hard Rock on the CS5 AR8 pick. Overmod for Belgium as well. The other direction, Sven and Kaizo both running Hard Rock 5 Yoshi, the hidden, with Hanori running Nomad and Melver running Nomad. This one's pretty tricky regardless of how you choose to play it. CS5 AR8, obviously known for that. You're either getting CS5 AR8 Nomad, you're getting CS 6.5 Hard Rock, or you're getting AR8 hidden. So all the skill sets going to be represented. Oh, Yokespy with a slider break on nothing. So it's Melver and GN holding FCs against Hanori only with the FC for Belgium. Fortunately for Norway, that break not going to affect them too negatively. UK has closed things out. Victorious. Won Tokyo's Starlight by 1 million points. They will move on to the bracket. They have eliminated the Ukraine. Goodbye, Ukraine. It was nice having you here. UK will set up a matchup against the winner of Taiwan versus Japan. Good job to them. Meanwhile, Norway looking to take their second pick here. Looking pretty strong on this one. Marcus with a break. 5 Yoshi trades it right back. Don't know if there's enough combo here for Belgium to make a run at this one. If Melver or GN were to break, this could get interesting. But instead, it's going to be Kaizo breaking for Belgium, as well as Sven. So that's gonna end this one, I think. Well, and there's the breaks from GN and Melver that Belgium needed too. That's so sad. Belgium would have had a chance in this one, but they just were not able to hold on long enough to take advantage of the misses from Norway, finding misses of their own. Really tricky patterns to aim on this one, that kind of aerial mapping that some love, some hate. And it's going to be about a 400,000 point victory here for Norway in the end. A lot of that to do with Yokespy and GN. The expected carries for this Norway roster. 2-1 lead. Why is it so quiet? Hello? My client? Okay, that was weird. It was just, there's nothing in that score screen. It's just dead silent. And the expected DT pick here comes in from Belgium. It is double time number 3, Gate of Steiner. Absolutely no surprise to this at all. As we said, expecting Belgium to really lean into DT in this matchup against Norway, a team not known for its DT ability. see if they can win another point. Their DT. You know, this is one of those matchups where you kind of pick your strengths, your niches, as it were. You know, Norway picks like the low AR and gimmicky stuff. Belgium picks the speed stuff, and then eventually they both kind of run out of those picks, and everybody just kind of meets in the middle. As long as one team doesn't manage to find breakpoints on the things that their opponents are good at. And then you kind of just meet in the middle and you try to figure out what the best picks of the remaining maps are. But things get a lot closer at that juncture once the niche picks are exhausted. And that's the part of this match that I'm going to be more excited about, because I think Belgium is going to be pretty heavily favored on this pick, just as they were on their last pick, and Norway was on both of their picks so far. Really all kind of one-sided in terms of the advantage expected for the teams. So for Gate of Steiner, we're gonna have Melver, Yokespie, GN, and Rappel against Mornis, Kaizo, Sven, and Metaby. Another relatively speedy DT pick. And a lot of breaks on that early long stream. Wow, Mornis, Kaizo, and Sven all breaking. Melver, Rappel missing for Norway, but Yokespie and GN actually holding on okay. The accuracy is questionable all over the place. To anybody that was questioning the lack of speed in some of the other mod pools, man, just play DT, it's fine. All the maps in DT are speedy. Early advantage here to Norway, though, a little bit unexpected. See if they can maintain it. Into these streams we go. These are 210 BPM, and Melver and Rappel both break. Sven and Kaizo, though, breaking for Belgium, so Mornis and Metaby holding on as best they can here against Yokespie and GN. Norway carries against Belgium. And Belgium's going to take a lead here. Accuracy at a premium. Well, it does look like actually more combo for Belgium than we thought. It's a little confusing now. Looks like a break from GN, but it is Mornis, Sven, and Metaby all with big combos. Just Kaizo with the breaks. Meanwhile, Yokespie backed up by Rappel and Melver, but they're not going to be doing enough here, and it is going to be a very difficult ending, but Belgium holding on that one. So very quick, just 1 minute 33 seconds long, and some nice client breaks, but it was Belgium emerging victorious by a margin of 380,000 points, and that is now a 2-2 tie. So both teams easily winning their first couple of picks in this matchup. And meanwhile, Canada winning their first pick against France on Darkish by a huge margin, 1.1 million points. France, though, coming back, taking a 2-1 lead with a small victory on Boozehound, despite a very solid performance, just 2 100s in an FC from Vesprit, 8 100 FC. Gonna get underway here. Map number 5 already in this one. Both teams winning their first 2 picks, so 2-2 dead even score. Marcus, Yokes by GN, and Gilmat gonna take on more. Done enough. That very untimely break for Metabee. Oh, it's a break from Gilmat. Is that going to matter? I don't think it will. This is going to be quite close in the ending. But Norway does enough for a 48,000 point victory. It looks like 47, just under 48,000 points. FC from Yokespie, S rank from GN, just the early slider break. Really unlucky stuff for Belgium. Just missing at the absolute worst possible time. It could have escaped with a break point there, could Belgium, but the Yokespie GN duo just too strong. Norway now with the 3-2 lead into Belgium's next pick. Well, France has taken what I'm guessing was a break point on Sanagi. Belgium for their third pick, gonna stay in the no mod pool. To be fastest crash once again. I question this a little bit, but not entirely, because it is kind of a consistency, slightly higher BPM map. Does have some sliders and stuff though. It's a little bit techy. Not the techiest, but it's techy. Tech light. I think Belgium hoping that there's just enough speed required in this one that Norway doesn't have a great time on it with it being 210 BPM. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Looks like we're going to see Marcus Yokes by Gian Melver against Mornis, Hanori, Medebi, and Kaizo. So far, both teams just holding their own picks. But, you know, you get farther into the pool. That doesn't always stay the case. Map has some tricky parts to it for sure. Mainly can be considered a consistency map. Some aim, there's some streams, there's some bursts, there's some sliders. This is like a tiebreaker type of map, really. And it's one of those maps where it almost feels like no matter where you break, if you miss, it feels kind of silly because it's so much just consistency based. But with it only being 210 BPM, I don't think this is really anything that's outside of Norway's comfort zone by that much, if at all. We'll largely just call into question which team is more consistent, and so far that's Norway. 2 early breaks on Mornis and Kaizo on the Belgium side. You're gonna see a break point here. I mean, it's only a quarter of the way into the map, but those were pretty bad misses for Belgium. Those 2 players down at relatively low accuracy as well. Kaizo missing again. Norway's gonna establish a pretty sizable lead, already 100,000 points, and we're barely a third of the way into the map. Kaizo struggling here. Still yet to see a break from Norway at all, and this is going to be the section that I think they're going to have almost the easiest time with, considering their team strengths. Relatively straightforward kind of tech sliders. Yep, still a 4-way FC here from Norway. They're going to take a pretty big lead. Going to go up to 300,000 points. Mornis breaking once again. This is not looking good for Belgium. Hanori and Medebi are doing what they can, but Belgium just going to fall farther and farther behind here. Just past the halfway mark, it's 300,000 point lead for Norway. And a 4-way full combo. Norway needs to completely fall apart here in a hurry if Belgium wants to have any sort of chance in this one, and I just don't see that happening the way they're looking so far. This is just all Norway, man. They have 4 FCs still on the board, almost 1,500 combo in. This, you know, it's hard to just straight up say, oh, this was a mispick for Belgium. It's a consistency map, so, you know, mispicking is like maybe a little bit of a misnomer, but Norway looking really good on it, and they're going to end up winning this one by, it looks like, over 500,000 points. Hanori and Medebi do still have the double FC going for Belgium, but Mornis and Kaizo have just had their misses, and there goes the Medebi full combo, so it's just going to be Hanori at best for Belgium. Meanwhile, Only GN has missed for Norway. I mean, a three-way full combo on this would be pretty ridiculous. Very impressive performance here from Norway, as they are going to put the first break point of this match on the board at a very opportune time. Double FC only at most, as Melver finds a break, and then a couple more. Marcus and Yokespy, can they do it? That's a big win for Norway on that pick. Belgium gonna be a little regretful of that selection. Honori with a very strong FC, but just outdone by the double FC from Yokespy and Marcus and the near FC from Melver. Now things get interesting, because that's a great place to break when you are the team picking first. You break, get that 4-2 advantage, you win your next pick, and it's 5-2 all of a sudden. So this is a bad spot here for Belgium to be in. They would need to get a break point right back here, or this gets pretty concerning in a hurry. In our other match, France victorious on Gate of Steiner. Vesprit continues to game, but his team continues to just not be able to do enough to back him up. Another FC for Canada, but Vroom matching the FC, and his other players doing better than the other players from Canada. So that is now, I believe, a 4-1 lead. France in the driver's seat in that matchup, looking to move onward in the losers bracket to face off against the winner of this match, in fact, tomorrow. Losers bracket round 3 at stake. And I think this is a very good pick here from Norway. Free mod 1, Tokyo Starlight, the collab extra difficulty, excuse me. Number 7 is going to be another free mod. 6.03 stars, no mod, 6.41 stars, Hard Rock. CS3, so you get some pretty big circles to work with, but you get some tough aim for your trouble. A lot of spaced quints, kind of the name of the game in this one. Some awkward aim and such required throughout the difficulty. The collab between Fa and Schoolboy, and I think you should kind of expect that really from those mappers. And once again, I think this is a pick that's very solid for Norway. Really overall, this pool, I think, kind of just favors Norway in this particular matchup due to the kind of lack of speed. I mean, there was Darkish and Gate of Steiner. And other than that, I mean, there's a 210 BPM Nomad that we just saw. There's a 210 BPM Hidden that's always just really good at Hidden, and it's not a speed type of map. So kind of the lack of speed in this pool, lack of that kind of high-end mechanic requirement, really playing into Norway's favor in this particular matchup. Really, any team that they faced off against, you know, where the main mode of attacking Norway would have been to try to abuse speed, just kind of nullified in this particular map pool. A lot more into the more tech and gimmicky type of maps in this pool, which really helps out for the Norway cause. You see Canada winning on this exact map that just finished, so 4-2 now the lead for France. Vesprit is playing insane this match, man. He is determined to try to solo carry Canada through that matchup. As we get started here, it's going to be Marcus, Yokespy, GN, Melver, Yokespy on Hard Rock, which I guess is fine. I mean, the CS3, so that's like not that small of circles, even with Hard Rock. GN Hidden. Probably didn't have another player who wanted to run Hard Rock on this for Norway. On the other side, Mornis, Honori, Metabeat, 5 Yoshi. Honori on Hard Rock, 5 Yoshi on Hidden. You can already see spaced quints and some kind of difficult slider aim. And you just see that through this entire map. And we saw this last year in OWC. See it again here in 4WC. And you see several breaks from Belgium, not looking super great. Mornis, Honore, 5 Yoshi, and Metaby. Wow, everyone is just struggling for Belgium. Only GN has broken for Norway, and he's got the hardest job here. I think hidden on this is harder than Nomad or Hard Rock. And the spacing, I guess, is kind of difficult with Hard Rock, but since the circles are so big to start off with, it's not really that bad. Norway feeling pretty comfy on this one, already a 400,000 point lead just halfway through. Belgium just not able to play this map all that well, unfortunately for them. Marcus, though, does find a break. Gonna scratch away at that advantage that Norway had just a little bit, but Mornis and Metaby finding a couple breaks of their own. Belgium has just not been in this map and do not look like they're going to be in this map by any stretch of the imagination. It is all Norway all the time on this pick, and they're going to take a 5-2 lead. They're going to look to close this one out in a hurry here. Belgium isn't careful. It's going to be a 5-2 lead here, pretty much guaranteed at this point. A possible double FC from Yokespy and Melver. Not anymore. Yokespy does find a break at long last, very near the ending. So Melver, can he bring home the FC here for Norway? Put a punctuation mark on this map. A little exclamation point. He does not. Break near the very end for Melver means that we will not see a single FC, but that was a dominant one-sided performance for Norway on this pick, winning it by 1.3 million points and setting up a match point at 5-2 in their favor with Belgium's next pick to come. This one could end quite rapidly. Belgium's gonna have to pull something special out of somewhere. They want to have a chance of making this match close. But they are at the brink of elimination at the hands of Norway. For now. And I don't know what you pick even here. I almost think maybe you go into Hard Rock. Maybe you go Grenade, maybe... I don't know. I mean, Norway is just so good at, like, the kind of precision, small circle, gimmicky stuff, right? Like, I know they're most known for hidden and such, but we'll see here. Belgium is going to opt into the CS 6.5 Hard Rock. It is going to be Proud Dust, the Dada map. 2 minute 47 second, 190 BPM CS 6.5 pick in this pool. This is going to be the first Hard Rock pick of the match. And this is going to determine whether Belgium stays alive at least one more map, or if Norway can close things out, move onward. He says in chat there, it is small circle time. Roster's getting set up here. We're waiting on the fourth member for Norway to join Marcus, Yokespy, and GN. Belgium set, it looks like, with Mortis, Honori, Sven, and Kaizo. Penguinzy, it looks like, being the one to come in here for Norway. Got a little roll command here from Marcus. I'm not sure. I think they're all set, though. And they are. So here we go. we're going to get into this pick. Hard Rock 2 Proud Dust, Vintage another difficulty by Dada. Norway looking to send Belgium home. Belgium looking to stay alive at least one more map on some very small circles. Difficult linear aim, very small circles requiring very precise cursor control. Already we've seen a couple breaks from Mornis and from Penguinsy. Player's gonna have to settle into this one. It's kind of a tricky skill set if you're not warmed up for that fine cursor control on these small circle maps. You can sometimes have a bit of a bad time. Oh man, there's that linear aim. Sven dropping his combo. Couple misses there. Honori and Kaizo are gonna try to do what they can for Belgium, but Norway's gonna have a bit of a lead here. 3 FCs to 2. Not the longest of maps, already a third of the way through. Belgium is somehow holding on to a little bit of a score lead. It's gotta flicker over here shortly though. Oh, but Penguinsy finds a break, so Belgium can hold on a little bit longer. It is still 3 FCs to 2 though. Norway does still have the advantage in that regard. Jin down at 94% accuracy. Penguinsy down at 95. You know, Kaizo at 99 plus. Mornis at 98 plus. No, he misses that entire stream. That's not good news for Belgium. Norway playing the combo game here. 92% ACGN, 96% Yokespie, but Belgium just dropping combo all over the place. There goes Sven once again. Honori and Kaizo doing what they can, man, but it is just not looking like it's going to be enough at this rate. Norway needs to find some breaks if Belgium wants to have any sort of chance. There goes Penguinsy once again, but he's not the combo that matters. He's been breaking. Marcus, Yokespie, and GN are the ones that are important here, and they're still holding on. And there goes Kaizo for Belgium as well. One of their 2 remaining FCs gone. I think that might just do it. And Honori breaks as well. This is over. Step on the fire. Step on the fire. Calling the dogs. This hunt's over. Norway are going to be victorious here by the score of 6 to 2. Just not an optimal sort of pool for Belgium, I don't think, to try and be competitive in this matchup, unfortunately. And Norway are going to be your victors. They're going to close it out. It's going to be 6 to 2. They are going to go on in the bracket. They are looking like they're most likely going to be facing France, who I believe are now up 5 to 2 in that match. A very solid performance from Norway. Triple FC on Marcus, Yokespie, and GN. GN with the A rank FC, 93% accuracy. Belgium, an honorable effort, but just unlucky bracket realistically. South Korea in the first round, and then Norway in the second round of the losers bracket. And Norway on a pool. It really did favor them in this matchup, I think. Hard to abuse a team that is not great at speed when there's only like 2 speed maps in the pool. So that'll be Belgium going on home. We thank them for playing. We respect their efforts. But they're done in this tournament for this year. Norway moves onward. Losers bracket round 3 tomorrow morning. It's France-Canada winner. It's going to do it for this match. Congratulations to Norway. Well done.